My life is boring. So what? I can still generate millions of views just by doing that. I know a lot of people, they tend to tell themselves that they need to have a very exciting life, and that's just not the case because my life is very not that very exciting. Like I'm not over here doing crazy stuff. Like I literally work a 9 to 5 job. I get home, I go to the gym, I'm a regular dude. There's nothing special that I have in my life right now, but obviously I'm happy. But like a lot of people, they think that to start a YouTube channel, you need to have this very extravagant lifestyle. You need to have these expensive cars, these expensive luxuries, that's just not the case. Like you can still make millions by just recording your quote unquote boring life. And it's funny because a lot of people think that their life is boring, but just the fact that you're unique, because everyone has a story, right? And I'll get to that right now. Everyone has a story. So whether your story is very interesting or whether your story is very minimal, it's still your story. People are going to want to tune in because every story is unique. Okay, so don't let that stop you from recording content. Don't let that stop you from trying to become a content creator, because I know a lot of people, they stop themselves from becoming a content creator because they're so scared about what people are going to think about them. They're so scared about what their neighbor is going to say or what their families are going to say. We're so caught up in other people's opinions that we tend to just hold back and we stop ourselves from trying to become the person that we want to be. Now, you might be saying, oh, well, why do you want to be a content creator? Like, oh, you just want to be rich and famous. Well, honestly, that's not the main reason, but obviously that is an incentive, if I'm being honest, because I guarantee you, everyone that is starting a YouTube channel right now in 2025, it's because we know that it's a very, very lucrative career. We've seen it. It's been proven. Obviously, it's not the easiest thing to achieve, but it's possible. We look at creators like Mr. Beast. We look at creators like PewDiePie who have made a living career, a very successful career by doing YouTube. Now, obviously, that's very inspiring, right? Because who wouldn't want to do YouTube, making videos about what they're passionate about and getting paid millions of views, especially if you get millions of views every single video, you're going to be making a lot of money. So obviously that's very motivating. So that's what I'm trying to tell you guys is that yes, while money is in a way an incentive to create a YouTube channel, a lot of people, they do this because they actually like to do it. Like, for example, I like to do this because it's like it gives me this creative freedom where I could just talk to you guys about literally whatever I want. Even though my life is boring, I could talk to you guys about what I did today. I could tell you guys about what struggles I'm facing. Like right now, I'm struggling on reaching 100 subscribers. While there's a lot of people out there that have thousands and maybe even millions of subscribers, I'm over here still not at the 100 subscriber mark. And honestly, that doesn't scare me or that doesn't worry me because I know my subscribers will come. I just need to generate or I just need to create videos and I just need to show you guys that I'm here to stay. I'm here and I have a passion for this YouTube stuff and I am filled with ambition to just keep creating content. I don't care if it's boring. I don't care if people think it's boring. This is, like I said, this is my boring life. So what? Everyone has a story to tell. Why is yours any different? A lot of people compare themselves to all these famous people, right? And I don't like bringing up Logan Paul, but sadly, that's pretty much the only YouTuber that I kind of know that is like this very, he has a lot of money. Okay, so we tend to compare ourselves to people like Logan Paul, and we see like, man, he has this very cool lifestyle. Of course, he's gonna get millions of views because he has a Ferrari, he has this $1 million mansion, and we tend to compare ourselves, but we shouldn't do that because that just means that we minimize ourselves. If anything, that should bring us motivation, that we should strive to build our own path, build our own career path, because we could show people that we don't need all these millions of dollars to be able to show people our true passion that's inside of us, right? So don't let your boring life, as sad as that sounds, don't let your boring life stop you from recording content because you never know if that's going to become relatable to a lot of people, because a lot of people, They think they have a boring life. They tell themselves that every single day. But don't tell yourselves that. Don't tell yourself that. That's only going to affirm what you're saying. There's power in your words. Say you have a very happy lifestyle and record it and document it and show people why your life, even though it's very minimalistic, show them why you're happy. Right? We need to show that we're happy with the life that we have. And maybe if we're not even in a position that we like, maybe if we're in a position where it's like, man, I wish I was this, I wish I was that. Be happy with where you are now. Because think about it, when you're successful in the future, you're going to be looking back at these days and you're going to be like, man, those were the humble beginnings. Those were the humble days where I was starting off as a YouTuber. And these days right now that we're living in, these are days that we need to really appreciate, because one day we're going to look back at these and we're going to be like, man, you know, right there, I was really going through something, but look at where I am now. So it's motivational, right? To be able to look at your past and see how far you've grown. So don't let that stop you from creating content. Right? Just because you have a, like I said, quote unquote boring life does not mean that you should just not create anything. If anything, you should continue creating, no matter how many times people tell you that you suck or that your videos suck. Your videos do not suck. Don't let these words get to your head. Remember the saying, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words can never hurt me. And that you need to take that quote to heart, because being on YouTube, being on TikTok, being on Instagram, no matter how good you are to people, you are always going to attract the haters, because the haters hate to see people winning in life. The haters hate to see other people coming up as successful creators. Why? Because they're haters. They hate to see people doing better than them. So they're going to go on and hate. That's pretty much all the haters are. They're people that didn't take the courage or don't have the courage to start something, so they hate on you for that. Remember that people are going to support you, but they're going to stop supporting you once they see that you're doing better than them. And that is honestly very, very sad that, you know, you have all these supporters and they're like, man, yeah, I'm rooting for you. I wish you the best and you're going to make it someday. But as soon as you tell them that you're succeeding, as soon as you tell them you're gaining millions of subscribers and views, they're going to be like, oh, Hot Shot over here is coming. Big Shot over here is coming. Look, the famous YouTuber is coming. And it's so true, because people only support you if you're doing worse than them. Once they start seeing that you're doing better off than them, that's when people start becoming haters. And honestly, that is very, very sad. And it shouldn't be that way, but obviously that's just the reality. Obviously, I'm talking about some people. I'm not talking about everyone. I'm sure there's a lot of people that really do support you, but for the majority of people, you know, we're going to get haters. And that's why I'm saying sticks and stones may break your bones, but words can never hurt you. So don't take all these haters into consideration. If anything, let their words fuel the ambition that's inside of you and just keep going. Just keep going, because at the end of the day, it's only you. You're only with yourself. It's you against you. No one else. You're by yourself at the end of the day. Yes, I know you could be with your wife or with your husband or with your family at the end of the day when you're sleeping, but you're with yourself in your mind at the end of the day. So that should only matter. You're only competing against yourself, and you just need to be better than you were yesterday. Even if it's incremental improvements, at least you're improving day by day, 1% every single day. So it doesn't matter if you can't tell a story. The fact that you're different is unique in itself. So tell your story to the people. Tell your story to the world. And don't listen to all the negative comments that are out there. You can make it. Everyone has to start somewhere. So if you feel like this video related to you, I would really appreciate it if you watched a video that YouTube is going to recommend here. Help me get 4,000 watch hours so I can get monetized and quit my job. So I'll see you guys on the next one.